now see the Steelers, reigning league MVP. He was a tour de force a week ago, 6 passing touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here. And it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Denver Broncos.
Nice.
And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are.
Yeah. Give me a minute.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And normally in this
Get open the window real quick. Be right back.
last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
All right, let's try this one. You all right?
Play clock down to 0.
Fuck.
And this is not the way to start a drive.
Yeah.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back.
Damn it.
That one is accepted.
What?
The slot man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Now this throw caught left side, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out to the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll roll him out right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
He ran the ball in on the last drive for the touchdown. That's now his 13th rushing touchdown on the season. Guys in the running back room probably say, hey, spread the wealth here a little bit. You don't have to run it in every time. First and 10. There he goes, right side. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And just shutting him off there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
He had the touchdown run on the last drive, his second of this first half, as his guys start here with a 1st and 10. On first down, Gibson eluding the pressure right. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Exactly.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
But
Rolling to his right.
get some passing plays here.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
George Pickens.
Touchdown! George Pickens with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
He's the first in the league to reach 30 touchdown passes this year. Did that on the last drive, and he starts here with a 1st down.
Damn. I'm first in the league to get 30 touchdown passes so far.
Throwing on 1st down, Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Wasn't
That's
there.
going to be incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season, 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well,
he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Gibson flushed out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first
All right.
half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that
halftime report
streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On 1st and 10, Gibson. And off to the races down the right side. Escapes the defender. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 14 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Flush to his right. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that
Oh, shit.
Damn
Damn
it.
it.
So impressed with how he's gotten it done.
Fucker, I didn't mean to do that.
Route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
I hit fucking... I think I had a pass.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 26. A good pickup there at 22.
Good golly, Miss
Still throwing
Molly.
the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, Gibson escaping the pressure right. This is caught, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington, his first touchdown.
There we go, 4,000 passing yards.
Add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time, the tight end gets them.
Nice.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Throwing on first down. Gibson eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's try that one.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Nigel Harris.
Offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name. They should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Oh, Lord. Every time I had to play football, I had to use the bathroom. Damn it. All right, let's... Come on. Thank you.
And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here, continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Damn right.
Right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Still got a lot to go.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
But they have timeout,
People
so
out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets,
I have to get
defense
that
does what?
up.
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.